Ladies and gentlemen, all of you watching from Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Jamie's page on Facebook and YouTube as well, welcome. We have the multi-dimensional high priestess. She's currently backstage. We're in this process. We did a little bit of breath work. We did a little bit of channeling, spirit. We're going to come to you with a hot and fiery Leo Aries message and combination. And without further ado, this is the full moon Aquarius message. I will be bringing in Jamie, the multidimensional high priestess, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get this going.
Yes. Hello, everybody. Oh, hello.
Hey, hey,
Welcome.
hey.
This is
How you
exciting.
doing?
I'm good. How are you, P?
Yeah. It's a long time coming. We've been waiting for this message. It's a long time coming, without a doubt.
Absolutely. So, yeah, just to introduce myself, my name is Jamie and I am Intuitive Wisdom. I am
Mm-hmm.
super excited to be here today. These energies that are entering the planet are huge. Okay. It's a super moon. So, like, you're feeling this on a core level. So, if you're feeling it, if you're feeling these energies, put it in the chat and let us know that you're feeling them. You're very supported in what it is that you want to do. So yeah, just let me know should I just hop right into the tarot, or did you have something to say?
So yeah, no, I want to elaborate on what you just said. And I'm gonna type it in the chat. Um, what are you releasing? What are you purging? And what has illuminated that you're making space for, right? And what you're making space for might not be as clear yet, but what are you
Mm-hmm.
releasing? What are you illuminating? Okay, what has become clear to you? You can obviously look at this Aquarius area of your chart. The closer you are to 9 degrees, okay, the stronger and more potent it'll be. I'll say something like any planets or houses between 4 degrees Aquarius up to about 13, 14 degrees of Aquarius. Everything in the middle, it's going to be very intense. You're going to feel this much more potently. I have a moon in Aquarius, for example, at 11 degrees. So I'm right there. I'm smacking it. My Venus is
Mm-hmm.
very close as well. I'm smacking it. So I've been feeling it. This is the moon of the shamans. I made that video about prior. So we'll get into that later today. But definitely drop that in. And then I'm going to have Jamie go ahead and open up just an opening message for us on this tarot. And I'm here to listen.
All right. So yeah, just the overall energy that I have been tapping into. I had actually been channeling and tapping into this full moon like all week, and I wasn't even aware of it until I kind of started going back and looking and seeing that my messages are all like very much in alignment with what's happening right now.
Mm,
Um, so overall, just an energy to want to be the best version of yourself, for yourself and for the people around you. This is about you really doing your part. So in tarot, the Aquarius is represented by the star card. Okay.
hmm
So yeah, this is just about the individual and the collective doing their part for the better of all. Um, and I feel like this is being done on a core level. Uh, there's so many things that this energy is bringing. So let me see where I'm going to start as well. Dreaming big, going big. It's like that go hard or go home type of energy.
hmm
Um, I know a lot of us have already been through this initiation process. This is a card that has come out multiple times this week is the crossing. It's pretty much about the point of no return. Um, you've done, it's almost like that come as you are as well. You're perfectly perfect where you are. So take that in and go through this initiation, go through this process, release things that don't serve you. It's just about stepping into your power fully and unapologetically. So,
mm,
you know, and another card that is represented by Aquarius is this Knight of Swords that came out. But, and the Knight of Swords is a very, very fast, swift moving energy.
hmm
But I get the total opposite from that. With it being air, the opposite of air is earth, right?
mm,
So that's the Knight of Pentacles. And this is telling me that we need to move slow and really be intentional with building with whatever it is that you're building.
mm,
Uh, there's no need to rush. It's almost like when the star card comes out, it's like a guaranteed yes. So you're supported. The energies that are here right now are just very supportive. It's just, it's a big yes. Okay. Um,
So if I look at it in your life for a moment, if we apply it and we both answer this same question, um,
okay.
where do you feel supported right now at a personal level? Because if I think about Aquarius as well, it's like there's this personal element of how we take care of ourselves, but there's also this element of how we take care of the collective. And I find that Aquarius suffers a lot when it looks to only take care of the collective side and it kind of forgets its side. So if I think about
Mm-hmm.
it, where are you being supported right now? The same message when you think about the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles. How are these coming together in your life?
Um, I'm being supported by my higher self, honestly. Like I've been able to just kind of fall into this energy that kind of sits between this Knight of Pentacles and this Knight of Swords. It's just like a, I don't know, there's just a space that I've been granted access to, or, maybe since I've gone through this initiation, it's been produced in myself. It's just a very safe space that supports me. It's so that's just where I'm feeling supported. I'm feeling supported by my higher self.
Hmm.
Yeah.
1000%, 1000%. No, I hear that. So definitely continue the message. I just want to let them know. In general, I have pulled some dragons in the background, and I'll get into this a little bit later.
Okay.
But one of the things that it had said off the rip was, "Be a peaceful warrior. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
help those in need, and remember your magnificence." And I
Mm-hmm.
know this kind of, if y'all heard some of my human design messages, kind of goes back into gate 33 of like when we forget who we are. We forgot who we were. We forgot
Yeah.
we were at a soul level, right?
Yeah.
And we're
Exactly.
getting back into it. We're starting to remember. We're having these revelations. We're starting to really
Mm-hmm.
be mindful of like, what are the things that we've used to forget ourselves, no matter what it is, a place, a travel, a trip, a substance, a person. Okay.
Those are the things that we're releasing as well. Those are like, they should be falling off at this point. It should be effortlessly for you to let
Mm-hmm,
go of things that don't serve you. And speaking of that, that's the Five of Swords. This is another card represented by Aquarius. This is that surrendering, letting things go that are hindering you, letting things
mm-hmm,
go that you've attached to your identity, just letting that go.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Because as you know, oh, were you going to say something?
No, when you had said that, it was like letting it go. I think the big one that came back again, it just shot it in my head. It was like codependence. And
Yeah,
again,
that.
like when I think of codependence, it's not just love. Like anything, person, place, thing,
Yes.
any noun that we are codependent on. And I try to give even some positive examples of, even if it's being dependent on my plant, right? Like
Yeah.
leaning and hugging on my plant or hugging on a tree, like, oh, heal me, like going to nature, trying to put my feet into the dirt and be like, oh, heal me.
Yeah.
And I've seen
Hmm.
myself in this state before. I'm not gonna lie. Like when I'm like overwhelmed, I'm like, I go to the forest and I'm like, put my feet in the dirt and I like hug a tree and I'm like, heal me. And like, but to this point of
Yeah.
like, what am I giving to the tree? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, what am I giving to the nature? What am I giving to this thing that is providing something positive for me? But how am I matching that energy? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, and that could be something as simple as, am I watering the plant? You know,
Hmm.
like if you see, I had my baby over the last couple of weeks. She suffered, and I like forgot. I just like
Hmm.
I lost track of the watering process. Like, and I have more and more plants, and like a couple of them, they started revealing like, Pernell, like make sure you watering your internal garden right now, because if
Yes.
you're not, it's like it's showing me in my face, like, look, hey,
Mine
by the
are
way,
doing the same thing. So that is absolutely confirmation. Right before I walked out of my room, I'm like, why is my leaf wilting? Like, okay, I need to nurture you. I can't just have you
exactly,
here in my room, absorbing your energy and I'm not giving that back. So yeah.
exactly. Shout out to all the plant moms and dad out there. But go ahead, definitely continue what you were saying.
Yeah. So I mean, and really, okay, so I was saying that there should be like an effortless ability that you have access to just release and surrender to things. And I think that that's coming from opposite Aquarius is Leo. So I feel
Mm,
like there's an internal strength that you have developed that's allowed you to just surrender to the process.
mm-hmm,
um
mm-hmm.
Yeah, so just, letting go of those things. And I also just feel that there's a big need for mental clarity at this point with Aquarius being an air sign, and getting
What
to
kind
the
of
goal.
what kind of clarity?
Mental clarity.
Oh, okay, okay, mental.
What were you thinking? Yeah, with the Ace of
I thought you
Swords.
said I thought you said I thought you said missile clarity. I literally thought you
Oh,
said missile. I was like, what?
oh no, mental clarity. Yeah, this is the Ace of Swords. This is cutting through any doubt, any fears that you have, and kind of just getting, connected to yourself, getting connected to that source power that just always reassures you. So this is not the time to doubt yourself. This isn't the time to talk yourself out of doing things. This is the time to just lean into all of that because you are fully prepared for it. I promise you are. You've done a lot of work already. Like this is like
Mm,
a big moment. This is a really big, like this super
mm.
moon. I already said that. It's just amplified. All right. You're ready. You're ready. You're ready. And grounding all of this is a lot of energy, like I said. So grounding it is very important. And I know
Mm.
that
It's in
Uranus
Taurus.
governs Aquarius,
Yeah.
right? Doesn't it?
Yeah, yep. Yeah, it does.
Okay.
So, and it's in
Okay.
Taurus right now, and it's in a lot of the
Okay.
space of our career. So it's like, how do you want to show up in the world? What do you want to be remembered for? What do you want
Mm-hmm.
to be known for? What space? What particular space? What niche do you want to be known for? Is it tarot? Is it astrology? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Is it brujeria and witchcraft? Is it shamanism? It's really asking us to remember and feel that vibration in our physical body, like to align with it at a with a in a physical way. It's like taking spirit and physically pouring that high frequency light. And when I'm getting this again, this golden light frequency, it's like this
Mm-hmm.
golden orange light frequency. It's like asking it to pour into our body because it's like, look, people need help right now.
Right.
There are people in need, and what they're in need of, and I just heard my stomach grumble. What they're in need of is your magnificence. Like in all
Yeah.
sincerity, this is one of Archangel Metatron's dragons.
Mm-hmm.
And when you think of Metatron, you think of the cube. Remember, Metatron. One of the things that Metatron's responsible for is the Akashic records.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, he or she, whatever, the angel is covering the Akashic records, and so there's this memory that you're being asked to remember, and a lot of it is about who you are at a core level.
Yeah.
Your Jamie said it already. Your inner strength. Thank y'all for that thumbs up on Facebook. That inner strength, that
Yeah.
inner authority, where we're no longer depending on somebody outside of ourselves, and that way we can support them, right?
Mm-hmm.
In a way where we don't need them and they don't need us, where we're not taking over their weakness and they're taking over
Yeah.
our weakness, and we have this exchange happening where, okay,
Yeah.
once that person's out of our life, we can't hold ourselves. If we can't support ourselves, that's not a healthy relationship. It's time to step back and remember who you truly are.
Absolutely. And when you something you just said is making me feel like the need to support others as well in their uniqueness. This is the time to don't bash people, don't judge anyone ever, but just fully accepting people for who they are with their little quirkinesses and
Mm.
their
Mm-hmm.
ways.
Mm-hmm.
That's
It's
just
almost
going
like
to help.
the more unique they are, the more you should accept them at this point. That's what I just
Right,
heard.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, so doing that is going to just help us move through this ascension, as we just accept everybody because we all want to be accepted for sure.
So Jamie,
uh
can you maybe a pull helps out Sheik David right here. So how do you remove the fear and embrace your true energy? That's the question on the table right now. How do you remove your fear and embrace your true energy?
okay. How do you remove your fear? It's just about, it's literally just about faith. Do you have faith in God? Do you have faith in the universe?
Mm,
Okay, can you fall into that faith? It's like, can you let go? You really do have to be able to have control over your mind because that's that it can get really dark in there.
mm,
You can really start to talk yourself out of things and you'll be missing your blessings. So
mm-hmm,
just pulling those thoughts out, leaving that behind and just falling into the void, falling into this unknown. Like the star right here the way that she's gazing at this, you know, the star,
Mm.
it's dark out there and it's void, but she sees that light, and it's like nothing is going to get in the way between her and that light. It's a pull that you should be feeling. Um, I mean, doing some meditations, really just getting in touch and centering yourself is one way that you can release that fear as well.
That's actually what the recommendation was with this card. It was saying, look, if you draw this card, it is a suggestion that it's time to push forward on your
Oh,
ascension path. And what I'm getting right now, before I move forward from that, is, you know, where Aquarius suffers, right? It's fixed air. It's fixed air. So it continues to really think and overthink of the same
yeah,
ideas. And there's this point where we just went through this grand cardinal cross energy, all this cardinal energy moving forward, where it's like, that forward cardinal energy is about stepping away from this the fixed energy that's centered. Okay, this
hmm,
the where it's like, look, I know these thoughts. I've made best friends with these thoughts. The demon thoughts, the higher thoughts, all of them, they're my thoughts. And you
hmm,
know, within that, even if there's some bad thoughts in here, some anxiety thoughts in here, at the end of the day, they're thoughts that I'm aware of, they're thoughts I'm familiar with, and that familiarity, I'm able to feel safe even in the fact that it's, you know, harming me at a certain point. And so when I
yeah,
see this, it's this time to push forward. Like, you recognize what you need, you recognize what this ascension path looks like for you. Are you
right,
actually pushing forward and doing the actions that align with that future vision, Aquarius future vision, that future vision? Or are you doing the actions that keep you circulating these same thoughts? Or you have
hmm,
the same groups and communities that have that same mindset where it's not really challenging you? Are you in a community that's challenging you to grow in your mental space and your mental acuity, your mental dexterity, okay, your
hmm,
mental strength? Because again, Aquarius is this mental sign, and this, you add this 9 degrees of Sagittarius. This is about expansion. This is about going beyond the boundary, something more
hmm,
than the barrier you see. It's just a
yeah,
perceived barrier, it's a perceived boundary, but you can change that perception at any moment. And if you move forward, it will start to shift.
yeah. It will, and that's another thing. You know, where this full card comes in, the Uranus energy. It's really about ground
Mm,
self, and once you're grounded and you're centered, you know, there's really nothing that can sway you. There's nothing that can make you question yourself once you're grounded. And I have this adaptability card. This I think this is a good time to read into what this card is about. It says strong roots and growth. All right. It says the woodwives dances into your dreams as a reminder to be grounded no matter what life offers you. You need to know who you are and what you'll tolerate, what you've learned, and what boundaries to set so you feel good about yourself. So this is really, so that fear question is about, you have to be your own cheerleader. You have to incorporate things in your reality that kind of amp yourself up. Like, you have to gas yourself up and give yourself that fuel. You're not going to get that from anywhere else. Just like Pernell said about you know, your plants, and what are you taking, something like, were you taken from it? You can't just take from the universe and think that the universe is
mm,
going to fix that fear for you when you're not implementing things for yourself to get out of that state of mind. So
mm.
you know, and it's also just about knowing, you know, as you've been on this journey so far, you have everything that you need, and that you already have everything that it takes to get you to the next level. um you know, I'm just reading off of what this card says, this adaptability. So yeah, you know, being in the beginner's mind as well is a big help as well. uh
Huge.
Huge,
That's the
right?
fourth card in its nature,
not,
right? It's
not
like,
not thinking that you know it all at one time. Like, there's no need to be
right.
afraid. It's okay.
I think what I'm getting right now when you said that is not even just not thinking you know it all, but there's this combination of realizing that you don't know nothing, right? Because
That's it.
Aquarius knows everything.
Mm-hmm.
The whole phrase of Aquarius is I know.
Mm-hmm.
I know. So wherever Aquarius is at in your chart, this is where you feel you know. You know what's
Right.
best, you know what's right, you know what we need to advance, you know what. And there's a part of that that's true. And this is other part where that knowing does not allow you to adapt to the full energy. right?
Mm-hmm.
There's this two elemental sides of Aquarius where there's me knowing is a part of my social success, my social status, okay, and how I'm seen, and I care about how I'm seen. If I'm Aquarius, this is Saturn, right? This is
Mm-hmm.
the reality sign. This is Saturn. And there's a lot of projection energy. Aquarius is a masculine energy. It's still masculine. It feels feminine sometimes, but it's still masculine. It projects that knowing onto other people. And
Yeah.
it expects that they should know what we know, and it gets lost. And then there's the other side of Aquarius, which is back to the Fool card, which is
Mm-hmm.
Uranus, which is like, look, what we know, this is sky god consciousness. This is Uranus. This is consciousness from Uranus in Greek mythology. This is the sky god. This is high level consciousness. This consciousness outside of what I know here on Earth. But what
Mm-hmm.
all my alien tribe knows, like the soul family and that alien DNA, that ancestral DNA that is about, you know, alternate realities, alternate parallels, alternate dimensions, and that list goes on of everything alternate from what we can physically see here on Earth. There's that other
Right.
side of Aquarius where it loves to be in that energy more
Mm-hmm.
than it loves to be in Saturn. Saturn is like part of its obligation.
Yeah.
But Aquarius is like, look, this is also part of my obligation as literally the father of all these seeds. Earth is just
Mm-hmm.
one of my seeds.
Right. I
It's just
so
a
much
seed.
more, so
And I
much more
got
territory to explore.
thousands and thousands
Absolutely.
and millions. You feel me?
I already know. I already know. And it's easy to get all up in them realms, and lose footing. And that's when you become fearful, is when when you lose your footing. But
Mm.
also letting go of what it is that you think the outcome should be. So if you're fearful, I also feel like you have an attachment to an outcome, or you have an attachment to
Mm.
something, and attachments bring on fear.
What
So
it
just
looks like.
yeah, you really do have to just go with it. I'm just really feeling a big falling into this energy and letting the universe catch you because you're safe. What is that saying? It says reach for the stars, and if you don't make it, at least you'll land in the clouds. It's kind of like that, so just going hard, just going.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No,
um
exactly. What I from an applicable standpoint, what I was feeling is walk up the stairs. If you have a roof, go to a
mhm.
roof. If you have a skyscraper, go to the skyscraper. If you have a mountain, go to the top of the mountain. Any high altitude place, what it does for Aquarius is it relinquishes the attachment to Earth, and it allows it to get more connected to its Uranus level consciousness. It's
Mhm.
literally its high conscious body. The higher you can go, the higher the altitude, the more free that fixed energy of Aquarius' thoughts and mental patterns, the more that begins to just flow
Yeah.
and
So
kind of release what it was holding on to.
is this kind of like, okay, so for you said all that, and the picture that I got was the Aquarius being the water bearer, right? So is that why it's able to take itself
Mm.
out of situations? It's because it's an air. It's holding the water, but it's not in it. It's not a part of it. You know, am I explaining that right? So it doesn't get itself caught up into it. It just
Yeah.
has a different. I'm just trying to make sure I'm explaining them like what I
So
saw when.
so so I see the frequencies going up. I've been jumping in and out. I might have to switch Wi-Fi's in a moment because this junk is acting weird. Hold 1 second. Let me switch it up because I see you're frozen. So you can keep
Okay.
talking. I think it'll kick me for a second.
Okay. All right. And so I'm gonna just keep on going with the tarot. Six of Swords is Aquarius as well, and the Six of Swords is just that constant transition. It's that constant leaving things behind. It's that constant search for calmer waters. So it's like immediately, as soon as you get yourself, in the energies of maybe conflict and confusion or fear or anything like that, think of Six of Swords energy. Just go. Just keep, move forward. This is what that card is
Mm,
about.
hmm
Um,
hmm
and I think
So
that's
I'm
just
I'm
one
gonna
of
go
those.
back to your.
Huh?
Oh, my bad, my bad,
No,
my
go,
bad. Nope, finish
no,
that.
go.
I was gonna say I
I
was
was
gonna go back to your water bear question, but
okay. Yeah.
there's also something else. I had rolled my dice and I said I said, look, this is for the live. And I got the 10. Okay, this 10th house is
Okay.
Capricorn energy, right?
Mm-hmm.
We got your moon
Okay.
pulling up in Sagittarius, right?
I see.
And then we got this expansion energy of Jupiter.
Okay.
Jupiter. And so right now we got Jupiter, 10th house. Ooh, and it just rolled over to Pluto. We got Jupiter in the 10th house of Sagittarius. I'm gonna type that for people because I'm telling you, I feel like this is very important. We got
Okay.
Jupiter and Sag, 10th house. Okay. So this is about seeing your career right now, having a vision of what you think it looks like, but really not being attached to it, allowing that vision to stay abstract.
Yeah.
Because as goal oriented as the 10th house is, Sagittarius and Jupiter is not. They're not goal oriented. They're experience oriented. It's more considered life magic, experiential magic. It's like, look, I just need to have the adventure. I need to have the adventure of stepping out and getting my YouTube videos out on tarot. I just need to let that adventure happen and realize like that my vision is what I'm working towards. That's what I'm pushing forward towards in my career, what I want to be known for. But at the end of the day, I'm truly only really attached to my imagination.
Yeah.
I'm only really attached to the expansion. And the expansion, I don't have to know what it looks like. I don't even really fully have to know what it feels like.
You just need
But
to
I
know
just
it's
need
there.
I need to know it's there and realize that I'm willing and open to feel into it along the way.
Yeah.
And so that's one of the things that I kind of was getting with this energy. And I'll go back to your Aquarius. The main thing about Aquarius with the water that it carries is actually to put fires out that go outside of the boundaries. So the thing is, Aquarius, it has this shock and this revelation energy like the Fool, right? Where the thing is, the Fool can get into trouble.
Right.
The Fool can go too far because it's
Yeah.
the Fool. It has a very open mind, right? It's not really here to try to put on precautionary measures or be timid and be like, hey, like it's not trying to touch the water and
It's
see
like
if it's
in
okay.
the candy shop almost. Yeah.
Exactly. That's
Yeah.
what the waters for Aquarius is. It's like, look, because I support individuality, because I support uniqueness, getting closer to your identity, the closest you can possibly get. Because I support this, I'm here ready at any point to put those extra fires that make it too far outside the barrier so that you don't hurt other people.
Yeah.
So it's like saying, like, look, I'm taking this fatherly role to say, look, I'm going to let my son play with fire. I'm not gonna. My son naturally is a pyromaniac. He wants to play with fire. I'm gonna let him play with fire. I'm just gonna stand on the sideline with my little fire extinguisher, so that just in case he starts to harm other people, I'll put that fire out. But I'm not gonna stop him before he gets to try. He might be the world's best pyromaniac entertainer and performer for the Blue Circus.
Right.
That might be what his dream is going to. And I don't know that. I don't want to control that. But what I can do is let him do this. Now, how many parents would say at the same time, no, you can't play with fire? Like, for example, I'm a triple Aries. I got a Jupiter and Leo, right? I got
Right.
Sag in my chart as well. But I do remember very clearly when I was younger that I used to like playing with matches and lighters. And I used to have to try to go to the
Bro, that's
basement.
my daughter. Oh my God. Yes.
Oh
She's
my
a
God.
Sag.
Right.
I'm like,
Yo,
girl,
you
but
like
it's
tell them to
something
stop.
about
You want them to stop, right? Like
exactly
naturally.
too.
And my mom did the same thing. But what did I end up having to do anyway? I went to the basement and I started with now it got bigger, right? Now I started going more wild. Now I'm like, look, I heard what she said, but I felt this draw. And I'm a kid
Yeah.
at this point. So now I go to the basement with freaking hairspray and
Oh,
lighters. And
oh
I'm
my God. You blowing shit.
now,
Okay.
you see what I'm saying? So now look at the danger though. Look at the danger for a moment, right? I didn't go that far on my own. I went that far because I was told I couldn't. So
That's
what's
what
more
makes, yeah.
dangerous? It became more dangerous. Now I'm doing it without supervision. So this is the
Right.
Aquarius water. The Aquarius water is like, look, I support individuality, so I'm not going to tell you not to play with fire. It's like somebody saying, look, like, it's like the parents, and I'm not saying this is right or wrong. I'm not looking at this from a moral standpoint in a moment. It's like the parents telling their kid, I'd rather you drink with me while you're
Yeah.
17, 16 in this house before you go to college. So, and the
Right.
mindset being so that you don't feel like you need to rebel and get
Mm-hmm.
blackout drunk and end up somewhere in God knows whose trunk.
Yeah.
So it's again, I'm not looking
It's
at this from a
giving you
moral
that freedom.
standpoint. Say it
Yeah.
again.
No, I'm saying that Aquarius is like that parent that's giving you the freedom to experience because, you know, it could take you somewhere. But yeah,
I see
like you
somebody
said,
saying he might be here to save fires and like a firefighter later.
exactly. Exactly.
So that's what the Aquarius water is about. That just from a clarity standpoint, it's like, look,
Okay.
it is a fatherly figure.
Mm-hmm.
It is a responsible figure, but it's the responsible parent that says, look, I'm open for a little bit of shock. I don't want to have so many rules and regulations because I know what that does to individuality. And
Yeah.
I support individuality. I'm not trying to contain it.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's the Aquarius water. It's like, look, I'm just gonna kind of stay on the background. It's like my cat the other day was on the freaking railing. I wanted to tell
Yeah.
my cat so bad, like, oh my God, get down
Stop it.
because
Exactly.
you
Sometimes
could
you
just
gotta.
fall and die. Like that's my thought process. But I'm like, at the same time, I know my cat's chart, my cat's an Aries rising. So I'm the Aries, and like I said, my parents is telling me what I can't do as an
Mm-hmm.
Aries. Now I have this Aries rising as a cat who does these risky things, these bold things, and I just have to trust that. Okay, you know what? She's a cat. She's nimble. She's agile. She's not
Mm-hmm.
gonna fall. She's
Right.
wise. She's not gonna fall, and so she's less likely to want to do it then. In my
Yeah.
mind, and that's not a fact, but in my mind, I'm thinking she's less likely, and at bare minimum, she did that dangerous thing while I was present,
Mm-hmm.
where I have time to react. You know, I have time to react if I have to, but without telling her no, so she doesn't feel like she needs to get more dangerous with that thing.
Right. Right. Let her taste it a little bit. Let her see.
Just a little taste.
You know that I don't want to say curiosity killed the cat, but it's just let her be curious. But I had pulled while you were talking, I was pulling a few more cards. And of course, this air energy is really just speaking loud.
Mm.
Is that the ambulance in the background?
Yo, so that's a whole nother
It's
story.
lit.
It's water pressure. It's water pressure.
Oh my
It
god.
was one of my neighbors. I don't know what's going on with it, but I was like, it's been annoying for the last. It's like I got some new guests. I got some new guests. I'm trying to. They brand new. They brand new. They're like 3 days in, so I'm gonna leave them alone for
Oh,
a moment.
okay. All right. Yeah. All right. All right. I get you. The Page of Swords came out.
Okay.
So the Page of Swords is an innovator. This is.
Mm.
I'm surprised that this card isn't represented by Aquarius, but uh, it's an
Who's the Page
innovator.
of Swords?
Um.
What zodiac is it linked to?
Oh, you know, I don't even really know right off the top.
Okay.
So,
No, you're fine. You're fine.
but yeah, yeah. But the Page of Swords is it's an innovator, and it's somebody who's thinking outside the box. And this is really just what I see. I had seen the Ten of Cups earlier happening on a collective level. I see that.
Right.
I just feel like collectively there's going to be a lot of changes happening. You know, with what do I want to say? I don't know. I just see a lot of new things. I just see a lot of innovations. I just see a lot of newness coming. And I know that there's no set date for this age of Aquarius, right? Is that true? There's no set date. I mean, do you feel like we're already
Well,
living
well, well.
Aquarius?
So here's how I look at the age of Aquarius. First off, it's thousands of years long.
Yeah.
So what makes us special in this process is we lived to watch the end of the age of Pisces, which is also
Right.
thousands of years long. And bless you, demon. Um, and so the way I look at it is we saw the ending of religion, old forms of spirituality, let's say Pisces, um, emotional dependence, uh,
Hmm.
physical dependence on other people, dependence on drugs. We ended this age where it's thousands of years, so it's going to take time for that stuff to bleed out. Like
Yeah.
right, like the death just happened, and then
Yes.
we started the age of Aquarius. Where the way I look at it is we're the beginning. We're the initial innovators at the
Yeah.
beginning of a 1,000+ year
I know I had a
cycle.
vision. I'm gonna let you finish, but this is go.
Go ahead. I got
Oh,
you. I got you. I'm gonna make it quick. I'm gonna make it quick. So the way I look at it is like we're the innovators at the beginning of 1,000 plus multiple thousands of years,
yes,
millenniums. And it's like we won't witness the end of that. Now, from a
absolutely.
human level, we're gonna die, literally. But from a soul level, we're gonna reincarnate multiple
Ah,
times.
you get on my nerves. You are always in my head, I swear.
You feel me? So like this is this irony. To me, this is this irony of like I feel like when I did the retreat application, for example, I said something like, "Are you ready for the next 20 years of Pluto and Aquarius?" For everybody coming to the retreat, it's like rate your readiness level from
Hmm.
0 to 5. And the reason I said that is because I understand we are at the beginning of the age of Aquarius, where
Yes,
I want people who feel like they actually want to contribute to the transformation we're going to go through
yes.
with the oppression of people over the next 20 years. And it's like, if
Hmm.
you for that, then I want you to come to the retreat because you have
Hmm.
something to offer to the collective. And I want to
Yeah,
help walk y'all through that in my own ways and share what I know so y'all could take it off and expand what you know in combination.
absolutely,
So go ahead. What
absolutely.
you got? What you got with the Age of Aquarius?
No, like you really just you said it in a different way, but I was doing a reading the other day, and I like had this vision real quick of this advanced civilization walking around, and there was like a blue globe illuminated in their solar plexus area. I feel like we are
Mm,
at the beginning, like you said, like this is going to be 1,000 year era. So we're the ones starting this, and I feel like there's something, a new chakra being activated within the collective, but
mm-hmm,
it's only within certain people. So, but this is what we're going to need. This is like this individuality that we're growing. That's what the
mm,
star card. I just feel
mm.
like everybody really is, if you choose to coming into your power is really going to go a long way in the years
It's a
to
total
come.
choice. It's a
Yeah,
total choice.
right. Yeah, so we might not see, we're not going to see it this lifetime, but for all the lifetimes to come, yeah, we made it. We made it. We already made it, but you know, that's just what I
No,
wanted to
like
say.
I feel you on that part where like it's the same thing, right? We're not going to see it in this lifetime, but we
Hmm.
have to understand this is the sacrifice of Aquarius. This is the sacrifice of Aquarius. It's like, look, to know Aquarius is at that point where it's like 77 years old, where it's like, look, it no longer cares about success. It no longer cares about this status symbol or what other
Hmm.
people do. It's like, look, I'm trying to be irreverent on purpose. I'm trying to intentionally go against the grain because I've lived the grain my whole life. And now I have
Yeah.
the riches and the resources to use to basically rip apart and dismantle the grain. And
Hmm.
so Aquarius has this natural mindset where kind of walking right back to what you said, it's like I completely lost my thought. I completely lost my thought. What did you say last?
About how we're like the beginning of that, like we're the ones in charge of making that change, or
Thank you. You got me back. And so it's like now it has accumulated this humanly world forms of success, but it realizes at this point, right before death, that it doesn't care. It
hmm
realizes like, look, I individually don't care, but this human world does. And I have the resources to
yes,
use in order to shape the new world. And so
right,
Aquarius' sacrifice is I'm going to use this knowing that I'm never going to get credit.
hmm
This is the shadow side of Leo when it gets in this like its negative energies, its low frequencies, if you will. I don't even want to say negative. I just want to say low frequency.
right,
Is it's like I don't need the praise, the recognition, or the credit because Leo is where when it's in its high frequency, it is operating from internal authority. Authority that is not, it doesn't matter what other people think outside of it. It doesn't fall into projection energy at all. It's just like it barely recognizes it because it's not on the same energy wave. It's not on the same frequency. So it doesn't recognize that other people aren't praising it because it's praising itself.
exactly.
It's praising itself. So Aquarius is at this evolutionary standpoint of that Leo energy as this adult getting ready to die, where it says, look, my real sacrifice is I'm using this to support the right groups, the right nations who are um, really looking at radical shifts and shocking changes that are where we all need to go. Not even where we want to go, where we need to go. It's like exchanging the need for the want. It's like, look, we need to go here, and I see this ahead of time. So
Right.
This is our job for the people who are alive right now. Understand that you are the initiators and innovators of the age of Aquarius,
Of the new world. Look,
the
for
new
sure.
world.
Absolutely. So
You
yeah,
you
I mean,
said you said something that is really critical, and I
what's
saw
that?
this as well. I didn't see it the way you did, but it
I
linked.
go.
If you think blue, and let's take the ajna for a moment, okay? And the ajna human design is what organizes information and our communication and yada yada yada. So let's take
Mm-hmm.
blue. The ajna, the third eye, is the mind, still the mind, spiritual part of the mind, but it's the mind. And then
Mm-hmm.
we put it in the solar plexus, I think you said, right?
Yeah.
Which is not its emotional center. And
Mm-hmm.
so it's like us operating from the collective frequency rather than from an individual thought process or even
Absolutely.
or even a conditioned thought.
Mm-hmm.
It wouldn't even matter left or right. What's happening within our genome is like we're literally starting to. I said this today I tagged you in the post. We're starting to think with our heart and feel with our minds. This is what's
Yeah.
happening.
Yeah.
We're no longer thinking with the mind. We're realizing that they get us into all kinds of trouble and completely misguided and taking directions that it's like, why did I do that? And
Mm-hmm.
when we're just feeling only from the heart, then things are becoming way too subjective. Where it's like we're creating these realities that are only based off our own emotional reality,
Mm-hmm.
not the collective frequency. And what's happening as the mind switches and it goes into the heart, and the heart switches and it goes to the mind, the heart begins to lead and the mind begins to back us up with the structure and the clarity required
Yeah.
to actually maximize the potency of the feminine heart,
Mm-hmm.
the connection to source. And so that dream, when you said that blue coming into the solar plexus,
That
that's
that
what
makes total
I've seen in a
sense.
different way. Yes.
Right. Yeah, exactly. What else do we have over here? Let me see. I got
While Jamie's pulling some cards for y'all in the chat, understand this is the Aquarius full moon. Feel free to drop your Aquarius planet, drop your Aquarius house in the chat, drop your Aquarius degree if you know it. It'll help us better discern what to tell you, where we share coming in next, as well as what you're releasing. Okay, what are you releasing in that area of Aquarius in your chart? What are you purging? And also, what has illuminated that you're getting ready to make space for? Something that you probably don't see yet. But go ahead, Jamie.
mhm. Okay, yeah, you said illuminated, and then I stopped right here on the hangman. This is
Mm,
about expanding your mind. This is to
mm-hmm.
me about exploring the depths of your mind, because Aquarius is extremely deep. Um, this is allowing yourself to surrender into that. What did you say? You said heart mind. Your heart is thinking with your mind. What did you say?
Exactly. It's reversed. So now we're thinking with the heart and we're feeling with the mind.
Yeah, I feel like the hangman has something to do with that. I feel like
Pisces energy.
yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like this hangman is you, after going through this initiation process,
Mm-hmm.
leveling up, changing the way that you think, changing just the way that you do things. I just see that the collective is about to turn into like something that they haven't known that they could be. And
Right.
that's just their authentic self. And this
Mm-hmm.
is just because of their, this is because of the willingness to surrender. I think it's even the want. I think that the collective wants to feel this sense of freedom. I think that I just feel like we're ready. I just feel like we're ready to take this bold step forward and create this reality. I feel like everybody is doing their part at this point. I just see a lot of balance, and this is us working together with the Three of Pentacles. We're working
Mm,
together, and the Temperance card came out. We're working together to bring this divine balance, and we're doing
mm-hmm.
so. It's the easiest thing to do. We don't have to do it all at one time. We don't have to. All you have to do is this: be by yourself. Stay in your lane. All you have to do is stay in your authenticity. Why you
Mm.
say that? Because the Temperance card came out.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, with the Sag, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so just the easiest thing to remember, it's not so hard when you stay in your lane and you do your part.
Mm. So
Right.
what came while she was doing that, and definitely get your next thought together, Jay. Um,
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna make this view a little bit bigger. Was this fire and earth dragon? So, when we're able to actually, fire and earth don't naturally understand each other. They have to build a relationship. They have to learn how to work together. And I say that from a standpoint of, in the elements, okay, they naturally work together. But in human bodies, we need time to figure out how do they go together. And so, as two, fire and earth as elements, what this dragon is really saying, if you notice, the path is literally like melted lava. These are considered ley lines, or in past time they were considered dragon lines. You look at them how
Hmm.
you want, and it's asking us right now to light up the ley lines or the dragon lines with like Christ light energy, like literally like Christ consciousness energy. And when you think of Christ consciousness, you're thinking of, again, the word sacrifice, which is right
Hmm.
back in alignment with Aquarius's energy, Aquarius's role. It has the riches, it has the status, it has the
Hmm.
power, and it is relinquishing its throne, is relinquishing, essentially everything that makes it unique and special. It's relinquishing that for the future generation, for the children. All right.
Hmm.
And that's the sacrifice. When I say Christ consciousness, it's more about sacrificial energy. Okay. Think of Jesus on the cross for
Yeah.
simplicity. It's like he ain't have to get up on the cross. Like it's a choice at this point. And so, depending on which version of mythologies and stuff you're looking at. And so when this comes through, it's asking us, it's saying, look, let this dragon touch you. Literally touch it on his forehead. Reach your hand out and touch it on his head. And
Hmm.
right in his third eye. It kind of visualized the earth crisscross with the lines turning into golden light. Picturing these dragons anchoring this golden Christ-light energy wherever there are sacred spaces on the globe. So astrocartography, go ahead and take an astrocartography reading, you'll find the right space on the globe. Um, this is the key, right? It says mentally place, this is Aquarius, mentally place a golden flame at each of these sacred portals, which is this full moon. It is a portal, if y'all weren't familiar, to alternate realities, dimensions, parallels, until you sense our planet lighting up. Whenever you are out walking or driving, ask the magnificent earth, the fire dragons, to travel along these ley lines below you. Bring the Christ light through you so that they can distribute it where it is needed most. When you give, you receive. When you give, you receive. When you give, you receive. This is what I was telling people about the retreat as well. Don't come here thinking about what you can take. Think about what you
Yeah.
can contribute. The earth
Right.
and fire dragons will illuminate the challenges on your route ahead. And as soon as you have acknowledged them, they will dissolve those challenges. So that's for the guy earlier, I think, Sheik
Yeah.
David. That's right there. You ask your question, how do you work through these spheres? Calling this dragon to dissolve them for you, but only when you acknowledge them, only when you give can you get back to receive this light. This will smooth your path, and it will also allow you to step lightly into your role as a master of the new golden age, which is quickly approaching.
Yeah. Absolutely. It's here. I feel like it's here. The Tower card came out. The
Mm,
Tower card, the Six of Cups, and then I have the Nine of Wands over here. This
mm-hmm,
is really, really just saying the old way of doing things, the old you is it's gone. It's being torn down. There's nothing left. It
mm,
has to. And then the Six of Cups is this nostalgic. It's
mm-hmm,
like a packaging. It's like
mm,
getting back to your childlike self, even maybe even getting back to your inner child. Your
mm,
inner child, and it wants to be expressed. Okay. I feel like the collective has suppressed your inner, the inner child for such a long time. And
mm-hmm,
it's left feeling wounded and battered and tired. And just we've just constantly gone against our star quality, our power. We've constantly done things to dim that light. But I think that this is the opportunity for you to release all things that are suppressing that, all thought patterns, all people, places, and whatever. Just let that go and let your light shine. This little light of
mm-hmm.
mine, I'm gonna let it. That's the song that I just
Challenge.
heard, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I'm looking in. This comment. I got two
Hi.
David or David. I don't know how you pronounce it. I'm in Mexico, so it's like David down here. But I really just got this feel like you should apply to the retreat. There's a Sacred Innovators retreat coming up. You should definitely
Mm-hmm.
apply.
Yeah,
It just came to
David.
me. You should apply to the retreat. I don't know you. I know you're coming from Jamie's channel, but I just had this feeling like you should apply to the retreat. It is here in Mexico. It's in Guadalajara. Jamie has been
Yeah,
to a retreat before. She can tell you in general what that's
yeah.
about, what that looks like. But you should apply. There's an application in my bio. Take the
Mm-hmm.
time, apply, and then from there, we'll move along the process. You'll have a one-on-one with me and another facilitator, which is my partner Eileen. And that said, I'm
Yeah,
gonna leave it there for the time being.
yeah. I would recommend that too. Because there's not a lot of men, that are
The first
that are.
person, the first person to accept it was a male.
Was it? Oh, good,
No,
good,
straight
good,
up. The
good.
first person that came was a male. Straight out.
Yes, we
Straight
need
out.
more men. Need that. We need more masculine energy. As we enter into this new portal, we need that. So
For sure.
I'm all for it too. I think that he would
For
enjoy that.
sure. Because when you said that, there was this reminder that the masculine and the feminine, it's really it needs the males to help like exemplify what healthy masculine energy looks like. Because I really have always believed in this. The moment I heard it, it's like whatever you give a woman, she'll multiply.
Mm-hmm.
You give her love, she'll multiply love. You give her a house, she gives you a home. You've all heard this saying. You give her
Right.
toxic masculinity, she will multiply that as well. And
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this has really been a big key narrative. Like, I feel like it's become only because women in general are just naturally more expressive, especially when you talk about it in a spiritual community. They're much more open, they're much more receptive. They have that feminine understanding and touch already, where through that, they're expressing like where men have been so toxic in their own ways, where men may
Yeah.
have been more silent, but the woman is not as silent. She's more vocal, she's more expressive, she's more ready, she's more willing, and she can do it with compassion, even if it comes with some other energies that is we're going to just say other for the moment. And
Yeah.
it's just this coming back to where um men right now, women are really, really needing a positive role model as a male figure, because it seems like it has become this overwhelming form that we've identified as toxic within males, and women are they're expanding that, they're
Mm-hmm.
growing that, they've made that so large that it can't be ignored anymore, because now it's like, wow, like this toxic masculinity is more
It,
obvious to me in women
yeah.
than it is in men. But that doesn't mean that it's
Absolutely.
not in men. It's just the way the woman is
We've
able to
multiplied,
amplify.
or yeah, we've
Exactly.
amplified for sure. Unfortunately.
Exactly. So, with that said, I feel it is specific for David right now. Obviously, anybody else in the chat, if you feel called to come to the retreat, apply, but only if you feel
Mhm.
called. Like, don't do it because I'm saying it. Like, if you feel like you feel this inner burning, like fire in your belly, your gut, and your heart, that like, man, you know what? What's the worst that can happen? Or what's the best that can happen? Because that's another
Yeah.
message that has been coming to me a lot lately.
Yes.
We got to stop this. What's the worst that can happen? It's more right now about what's the best that can happen. What's the highest possible outcome? What's the highest possible expression in light? More
Hmm.
focus there. It's going to put us on the right frequency. There's too much codependency on these negative sayings that
Yeah.
have just been generationally passed along of same crap, different toilet. And I told Jamie, I think I told you the other day, it's like people that say that, I automatically don't want to talk to you.
Exactly. Like if
The
that's
moment
what
you
you're,
say that,
I don't. Yeah. Yeah. You could have that over there, but that's what the star card is all about. It's about that optimism, and even the full card. The star dreams big. The star just is. They hope for the best. Hopeful. Always having that hope. So I think that's something that is being activated as well. It's just this hope, this faith, um, this knowing. The star knows that they're the star, and they know they know what they're capable of. The star is confident. This is just all the energies that are supporting you if you are willing to be open to them. They're going to magnify as well with this super moon. So,
Mm.
release, surrender.
I still didn't see a single person in the chat say what they're releasing. That tells me, just naturally feeling into it, that we're not ready, or at least at bare minimum we feel like we're not ready. And I just want to remind people, like, a full moon is a full moon. Like, it's gonna release what it's gonna release regardless,
Yeah.
with or without your permission. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it does not require your permission. Like, cycles work. Cycles
It's
do
gonna
their
happen.
job. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
gonna do their job. Like, it might not happen today. You might even be able to hold off, you know, on this particular full moon. But just understand that that also
Yeah.
means that later, when there
That's this
happens to
tower
be
card.
yeah,
You don't want that. You don't want the
you don't want
universe to
that. You don't want that smoke
no,
later, yo. Because
no.
one day in your lifetime, there will be an Aquarius eclipse. It's not
Hmm.
happening this year. So understand what I just said. If you're holding on this full moon in Aquarius, 5 years from now, 2 years from now, there might be Aquarius eclipse. And I promise you, when it hits you, it ain't about what's happening that year to you. It's about what you
No.
didn't do 5 years prior, 10 years
Yeah.
prior, when you had the chance to incrementally deal with your
Hmm.
stuff and work with the shadows and embrace the shadows and accept them.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I can't imagine not releasing things that are not benefiting you. Manifestations are just like happening so fast now. So you holding on to things that you need to let go of is just going to be all bad. You're going to be looking like this guy right here. So
Mm.
let it go. That's the Nine of Swords. I'm sorry, the
Shout
Nine
out,
of Wands.
shout out to the guided tarot, releasing the doubt.
Yes, divinely guided
Absolutely.
tarot, always supporting.
Absolutely. Self-doubt is a major killer. It's a major killer of dreams. Doubt kills dreams. Self-doubt
Yeah.
specifically kills dreams.
Hmm.
And Aquarius is about dreams and aspirations, right? It's
Yeah.
about hopes and desires. I see Rebecca here. Shout out to Rebecca, releasing 30 years of old business. Wow.
Oh, that's a big portal you're opening or you're walking into.
All
I mean,
all karmic, all karmic, everything. Shout out to
yeah,
you. When I heard you say that, understand, like, this sacred individual retreat that we're getting ready to run is for aspiring entrepreneurs. And
yeah.
just to give you a slight background, it's like for the last 5 to 6 years, like, I've been doing entrepreneurship in 14, 15 different countries. I left the US over the last 5, 6 years just doing entrepreneurship. And at this time frame, like, I've really found, like, something that works. Like, I found a skill within myself of how I can give it to other people. Of, like, I know how to create businesses. It
Hmm.
is what it is. Like, I know how to create businesses and how to do it for the entrepreneur and how to get them to do it in integrity. And this is the key
Yeah,
thing, to do it in integrity, to do it as a sacred innovator, somebody who
yeah.
innovates, but that doesn't have to cross over, personal boundaries or the boundaries of another person you're supposed to be supporting or you're looking to support, right?
Hmm.
So when I'm hearing that from Rebecca, I just got that call to tell you now, take the time, fill out the application, releasing
Yeah,
ancestral curses. Um, so what I always say when I hear the ancestral curse breaker, always remember that your ancestors gave you gifts.
yeah.
They don't only they give you gifts. They give you gifts. And most times I find what ancestors is, they're the ones taking the curse. We're just continuing the mindset. We're not actually cursed anymore, but we're
Hmm.
maintaining
Yeah.
the mindset. We have that DNA stuck somewhere through the
Hmm.
ancestry, the mindset. We got Alexander and Masculine in the house. What's up, dude? It's good to see you. I don't even know if I can say anything, so I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it quiet for the moment. Ancestral curse breaker, timeline, harbinger, starseed teacher. See, it looks like you're making space to be that starseed teacher. That's what I just saw. You're making
Who's
space to
that?
be that starseed teacher. Rebecca.
Oh,
Rebecca.
yeah, yeah. That would be it. This is a good retreat for you to come to, Rebecca. I went to the last one last year, and the growth and the expansion and just everything. My character has just been magnified.
Mm.
Um, and I feel like this retreat has and I'm going to step two. I'm going to the next one too. So just yeah, give yourself a chance. Invest in yourself.
Mm.
You know, you quit if you worked for 30 whole years for a company, and you're leaving now. What else do you have to lose? You know, take this, take this, take this.
Man, I'm lighting some Palo Santo in the moment. I actually got, this has rose oil, and Palo Santo in it. So we're gonna throw the
Okay.
love. We're gonna throw the love on this. 30 years, you just made me. I passed out. I was like, ooh,
Yeah. Yeah.
30 years of old business.
Yeah. The covenant. Let me see. What else do we have over here? Let me pull some more tarot and see.
What's going on, Anna? Gotta see Espinoza. We gotta, like I said, we out here in Mexico. I don't know if you
Look,
got Mexican roots. What's up?
this must be for Rebecca, that because it's funny. This card, this is the Eight of Pentacles, but it came out in the reverse. This card will never come out in reverse. This means you were overworking. You were working way too hard with the Ten of Swords too behind it. So this is just confirmation. Yeah, you're here now. There's some good stuff for you there.
Don't let what you think you get, and don't let that money ever manipulate you. I always try to tell people, always telling people the same things. Like, don't ever let money manipulate you. Even the money mindset, especially an old, outdated mindset. It's like we're
It's not
stepping
even
into
about the money.
exchange. It ain't about the
No,
money.
it's about amplifying that pentacle inside of yourself first. That's really what
Mm.
it's about.
Tell us about that. Elaborate on that.
Okay, so your worth starts from within. Um, and that's where you attract your money from, is your solar plexus, right? So you need to make sure that I just had a brain fart. But you just need to make sure that you know your worth and that you understand that you are the real money and that your energy is the real currency. So it's just time to start investing in yourself. Look, the Queen of Pentacles came out. She's all about investing in herself. What? Really? Another divine feminine energy. Absolutely. It's about allowing that creativity to flow through you, and work
Mm-hmm.
for you. Allowing, I mean, not allowing, but just kind of letting the universe pay you for being who you are when you're living in your true self. So that's what I mean when I say your worth inside. That pentacle needs to be activated within you before you can be worried about some money.
I see your
Like,
comment. Everybody in the chat, just send a little love to Rebecca. I see looks like the husband passed. I'm guessing the husband. It was like the
oh,
husband passed last Christmas or Christmas 21. So just send a little collective love. Just send some love. Send
yeah,
some healing energy.
for
Send some
sure.
energy to help open up the mind, open up the heart. Oh crap! I
Mhm.
just pulled this card. It says open up the heart.
Oh my goodness.
I
Perfect.
know, right?
What is
I
that
know,
card
right?
about?
So to be honest, I don't touch the unicorn deck often because they don't like to be touched. They're like, look, you only pull me out in the right moments. They
Read
don't
it for
play that.
Rebecca.
Um it's a crap. Where is it? Where is my book to this deck?
Oh, I like that.
So it's funny. I was watching TV last night and a unicorn came out. Like I'm not even kidding. A unicorn came on TV.
Boom.
I
Here we
don't
go.
I don't think I have. Oh my god, the book is in my freaking lap. Okay. So um here, this unicorn, it literally says open your heart. What I like about this is it gives like bullet point themes. And so I'm gonna give more of what the bullet points are real quick. It says here's the applicable thing you can do. You can close your eyes. So I want you to try this while I do this. While you want here, if you're watching this, try this out while I do this. Okay. Close your eyes and focus on your heart chakra. Now, rub your chest and sense the heart warming. Visualize the spiral of 33 chambers. These are the 33 chambers that are actually active in your heart. These are natural chambers in your heart. Visualize the spiral of these 33 chambers and ask your unicorn to illuminate them all. Mm.
Mhm.
See the light spreading until your entire heart is ablaze. Breathe into the experience. Now thank your unicorn
Mm-hmm.
and follow with this affirmation. My unicorn lights up my heart.
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 And that was the guidance. Like I said, I didn't read the card itself,
Yeah.
but that was the guidance. Maybe what I'll do is I'll take a picture of
Yeah.
this card and the description, and I'll put it in my YouTube community post after the
Okay.
live.
Yeah. That'll
After
be
the
good.
live, so anybody can check that out.
Yeah, I think that was really good for everybody watching this right now, and for everybody who's going to tune in later.
Mm.
You definitely have to have that heart chakra activated, even to get into that star power. So I've been listening to a lot of heart frequency activations lately.
Mm-hmm.
So that just falls right into alignment with what you just did.
Mm. For
Mm.
David, stepping out the marriage. I mean, this is literally. I put a video out on the full moon in Aquarius, activating gate 19. Like I said, keyword being codependency, sensitivity, sacrifice, the whole nine. Um, I already told you what I felt in my heart.
Hmm.
Like
That's how you can.
apply apply to the retreat. That's the
Yeah.
how. Like I really meant it. Like, you know, the key thing I learned with stuff like this is you don't have to accept or embrace every call you get or every invitation. So
Hmm.
it may not be this. It may honestly God, it may not be this retreat. But what I can tell you is that indirectly, that question will just solve itself. You almost wonder why you asked the question in the first place.
Hmm.
That's just a knowing somewhere within my own space. Um, so
You said the knowing. The high priestess came out,
boom, got to
and
get
the
back to
temperance came out again.
uh-huh.
Yeah. The cards at this point are kind of just doubling up, and they're just kind of confirming themselves. I've got like three of the same cards from different decks that have come out.
I was
Uh,
feeling it. I was feeling it. I was like, what is this closing? What is this closing message to the full moon? Because I was feeling it as well. I was like, I feel like we hit it. Like at
yeah.
the end of the day, and that makes it, digestible for people to watch, even on
Hmm.
replay. Thank everybody for hitting the thumbs up and the likes button.
Let me see.
The secret of alchemy is the transmutation of cuss to cur. Mm. I would love to know more about that.
From
Alexander
first,
Coppersmith.
he said the
The
secret
secret.
of alchemy is the transmutation of curse to cure. Oh yeah, for sure. You're never going to be the victim. You're not cursed. Curses
Mm-hmm.
to me, I don't believe in curses. I don't believe in I don't know. I believe I'm bigger than that. So I believe
Thousand
that
percent.
yeah, I believe that I have control in transmuting that automatically.
1000%.
Yeah.
So
Uh,
what is this message that you feel in your heart that your cards are speaking to you when you look at it from a conclusion standpoint that wraps everything we did today into a little beautiful rainbow bundle?
um, what I'm feeling is just making sure that you are doing your part. I just can't stress that enough. Making sure that you're doing your part and that you are being as authentic to yourself. There's nothing else
Mm,
that you have to prove to anybody. It's just about being in your own freedom. The sun card had even come out. So just
mm,
feeling free, being free, playing your part, staying in your lane, understanding that you are um, a piece of the puzzle to the bigger picture. So you're very important in what you do, think, say, and feel. It has an effect on the collective. It has a ripple effect. So just make
mm,
sure that you're in charge. Make sure that you understand your light. Make sure that you're protecting it. Make sure that you're doing all things good for the collective.
mm.
Just that's it. It's about playing your part.
I mean, if that's not Aquarius, then I don't know what it is. This ultimately is the sacrifice. This is when we get, um, this is when we learn to work interdependently with the cosmos, not with a person in a relationship. Okay. Like, understand that that's just the as above, so below, right? The
Mm-hmm.
whole thing is when you in the right relationship, you and that other person, y'all working with the cosmos. The relationship is just a
Mm-hmm.
reflection down here on earth at the
Yeah.
end of the day. So when you're not working and you codependent on the cosmos, let's just say you independent, you codependent on tarot, you codependent on spiritual messages from other people, right?
Yeah.
Whatever it is, you're gonna have that relationship where for your own spiritual healing, you're gonna be dependent on somebody else, right?
Mm-hmm.
For your own, for all of the stuff in reverse. This is the simple. So when you see those relationships and they clash and they don't work, it usually is not a bad thing. It's usually a positive thing. It's
Yeah.
usually a positive thing because it's usually you saying and making an agreement, a literal, energetic contract with the universe saying, hey, look, you know what? I'm ready to walk on this ascension path. I'm ready to co-create with you. And
Mm-hmm.
so if my partner's ready, then we'll meet there. If they not, then they not.
You
It
just
is
you
what it
just
is.
yeah.
It is what it is. Like if they ready to co-create with you and I'm ready to co-create with you, then we're gonna work. If they not and one is and one's not, then the relationship will snap. And again,
Yeah.
this is not the relationship on just people. It's relationships on things, places, tarot, astrology, anything that you can't live without, and you feel like I need this. I'm gonna
That's when
die
you need
without
you need
this.
to let go. Mm-hmm.
Time to wake that up. 12 on
Absolutely.
screen. So
Boom.
hit the thumbs up. This is Jamie. I definitely look to have her come in again in the future. I see 111 on screen, 111 on screen.
I see
Definitely
it.
look to have her come in the future. I
Yeah.
really been
Thank you.
loving her growth. Everybody, check out her channel. Definitely hit the subscribe. Her YouTube shorts on these tarot reads have been miraculous. Like I've been really loving them. I told her recently, like I've been enjoying your shorts. Your shorts coming up. I've been enjoying those tarots the most. They give me like this little energetic spark throughout the day. Like I like I'm going through my day. I see one. It's short. It's quick. I can digest it, and I'll be like, oh yeah, and it really gives me energy. It's been charging me. So I wouldn't tell you to
Thank
look at
you.
something that didn't make me feel like that. So definitely check it
Right.
out. Any of your services, anywhere that people can look and book with you that you want to
Uh,
share.
yes, yes. In the link below, if you guys want to book a personal reading, you can check my website out and contact me. Yep, that's
Boom.
that. I do
So
personal
y'all
readings.
hear
Yeah.
her. Y'all hear her. You can go get a reading with her one on one. You want to really dive in. Um, like I said, she's actually come to one of our retreats prior. So like I can say this from a personal standpoint. Like I've met Jamie in person. I haven't got to meet everybody in person, but when I do, I do. And it's like Jamie's one of them, and I can fully attest that her as a Leo, her as a Scorpio rising. Honestly, her channel ability is just like it's just godly. It is what it is. Like I can't even explain no different than that. Like it's godly. Like she has a direct channel to source. And I've said this multiple times about Leo, since she is a Leo. I've said it
Hmm.
very much. Like the sun is a portal. Leo is connected to Neptune. Neptune is a portal. She has access to these realms that we speak of, clear as day. So take that one-on-one time with her. Go ahead and book something with her. And I promise you, you're gonna leave feeling enriched without a doubt. Because right now she's reading collectively. Imagine what happens when she reads for an individual. It gets in. And she has done
Hmm.
readings for me as well in the past. And it hit. It was like, oh, and I had some stuff to address when it happened. So that said, I want to say thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for hitting the thumbs up. All
Thank you
right.
guys.
Yes. Apply to that retreat. We'll see you soon.
Y'all.
Jamie, I'm gonna catch you backstage, Jamie, so don't hang up. All right. And
Okay.
then I'm ending this broadcast now.